This practice is brought to you by Shanthi Project, a 501c3 educational nonprofit teaching social emotional resiliency through the practice of mindfulness. Let's start by finding a comfortable seat, a quiet place to sit in a dignified position, which is relaxed but upright, tranquil and alert, either closing your eyes or allowing your gaze to be soft. Let's begin by taking 3 cycles of breath in and breath out. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's begin by breathing in and exhaling out through the mouth. Trying this again by breathing in and exhaling out through the mouth. And one last breath in. And an exhale out through the mouth. Taking a moment to scan your body. Noticing where you feel at ease in the body. And where you might feel rigid or where there is tension. Or where the body may have no sensation or even feel neutral. And just allowing the body to sit in this comfortable yet dignified position. And continue to bring awareness to your body. Just noticing any sensations occurring within your body at this very moment. And shifting your focus back to your breathing. Now place your hand on your heart and see if you can begin to feel your breathing. The in-breath and the out-breath. If it's easier, just focusing on one. And just rest, waiting for the next breath in or the next breath out. Let's do this for a few moments. And if along the way you'd like to let your hands slowly fall to your lap, feel free to do so. Try not to force the breath into any shape. Just allowing the breath to happen naturally. When you notice your mind has wandered, which it may wander a dozen times while we practice, just gently come back to your breath as a touch point again and again. As you continue mindfulness of breathing, notice what emotions begin to surface. Shifting your attention now from your breath, ask yourself, what am I feeling? What emotions am I feeling right here, right now? If you sat down for this exercise without any strong emotions, perhaps you're feeling content or neutral. Or perhaps you're curious. Or maybe there's another emotion inside, such as a longing or yearning. Or perhaps sadness or joy, worry. Perhaps a sense of urgency, maybe loneliness, or maybe you're bursting with pride or feeling lost or envy. Maybe you're having more than one feeling, Maybe you're having lots of feelings. Let's take the time to label the most prominent emotion or emotions that are arising. Trying to identify the strongest feeling that you're having and giving it a name quietly in the midst of your feelings. And using your body as an antenna. Perhaps only picking up faint signals. Faint signals that first let yourself be aware what emotions are percolating in your body. And when you have an emotion and you have a name for it, have a label for it, then repeat that name 3 times in a kind and gentle voice. For example, worry, worry, worry. Joy, joy, joy. Notice what is arising for you. Label that emotion. And then return to your breath. Feeling your breath. And now let's try to go back and forth between your breath and your emotions in a relaxed, non-judgmental way. Continuing to shift between the breath and the emotions you are holding. So when you feel the emotion, label it and then return to your breath. If you feel overwhelmed by the emotion or it's very disturbing, then stay with your breath until you feel better. Maybe you even become curious about the emotions that are arising. Noticing what you are feeling. Begin now to show yourself loving kindness. As you breathe, feel each breath and keep your hand over your heart if it's still there. Feeling the warmth of your hand and the loving kindness, the goodwill that's within you and has even inspired you to undertake this exercise. Noticing the wish to be happy and free from suffering. Feeling that innate goodwill and breathe through your heart. And when the emotions arise or sweeps away your attention, just label it and then return to the in-breath and return to the out-breath. Practicing this for a few more moments, noticing the breathing, noticing what emotions arise, labeling them, and returning back to the breathing. Allowing for this cycle to continue, knowing that this practice is always here for you. And as you go about your day, know that you can always find refuge in your breathing. And most emotions can be made more workable by labeling them. Let's take another breath in together. Breathing out Slowly opening your eyes if they were closed. Allowing yourself to remain seated in this comfortable posture. Allowing yourself to refocus to the space around you. And taking another in breath and an out breath. I would like to thank you for your time, your energy, and sharing this practice with me today. Have a beautiful rest of your day or evening.